Hey everyone, and welcome to Hooping Live. Hopefully you guys are excited for tonight's show because I know I sure am because I have my favorite panel members here tonight. Everyone is here together as a unit, and that I don't think has happened in a couple episodes as far as I'm concerned. If you guys are a new viewer, this is Hooping Live. Our show is every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk about hooping, we get off topic, and we do all those fun things that Google Hangouters do. So if you want to be entertained and learn a little bit about hula hooping, then this is the place for you. Even if you're not a hooper, sometimes it's fun to just see what we're doing or the mistakes that we make, which happens a lot. That was me trying to be a professional, but that didn't work. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and introduce my panel to you so you can meet the fun people you'll be hanging out with tonight. Will, would you like to go ahead and say hello?
Alrighty. My name is Will Weimer. I've been hooping for... My name is Will Weimer. I've been hooping for just under 2 years. Actually coming up on that 2-year mark pretty soon, so I'm excited about that. A lot of my style comes from martial arts, and a lot of my background comes from martial arts as well for my hooping style, so I like to bring that into what I'm doing with how I footwork and things like that. So that's basically wherever I bring stuff from is from my martial arts background or what I've been taught through other people.
Sweet. Awesome. And how long have you been hooping?
Just under 2 years. Coming up on May is my 2-year mark, so I'm
That's
excited.
awesome. These new guys are just so good at hooping, it's crazy. Alright, moving on. Jenna, would you like to go ahead and say hello?
Yeah, for sure. Hey guys, what's up? My name's Jenna, as Audrey said. I've been hooping for about 3.5 years now. I'll hit year 4 in like the first week of June. I never actually wrote down like this was the first day I got a hula hoop in practice. Like at the time I didn't even think about it, and I wish I would have now. But I have like a hoop week, I guess you could say. You know, like it's like your birthday week. Oh no, I have a hoop week where it's just celebration of this will be now 4 years. But yeah, I'm in the Lawrence, Kansas area. I am now the only Hooping Live member that is not in Florida. And I'm pretty upset about it because it's pretty cold here, and I'm sure Audrey and Will are loving the Florida sun right now, and I'm very jealous. But I don't know. I like Kansas, so yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Who's controlling the camera right now? Is it me? It's you. Okay, that would be Craig. Cool beans. Okay, anyway, sorry. If you guys don't know why that happened, I apparently say cool beans way too much, so now when I say it, it's like Chakra, sweetheart. You have a very nice tail. I scold myself a little bit, but anyway. This is Chakra, by the way, for those of you who don't know who he is. He's my little pumpkin. My pumpkin! Oh, you holding
What a
my hand?
screenshot, Audrey. This is perfect. 1, 2. Got it.
Okay, I won't lick you. I swear I don't. Actually, I'm not going to say that. Anyway, so yeah, my name's Audrey, known as Audrey here in the hooping community. I've been hooping for, I think, 5 years. I think I say something new every time. I kind of forgot. I think it was in 09. I think it was 09. So how long ago was that? 7 years ago? 6 years? 5 plus 1. 6. My math skills are awesome. Anyway, 6 years on and off. Pretty much a hoop pather, so I follow the way of the hoop path. If you guys have any questions about that, feel free to answer or to ask them in the comment box below. If you have any questions or comments or concerns about anything, it's just like typing on a normal YouTube video, and we'll find them and we'll answer your questions live. Feel free to ask whatever you want. Try to keep it as PG as possible. We've had some interesting people here in the past, but we'll see what are you looking for? Sorry guys, 1 second. Come here. I'll leave the door cracked for you. Look. Your little box is right there. Gosh, you're so cute. Okay, sorry. He was like looking really confused for a second. So anyway, Jenna, would you like to do a demo and show these people what hooping's all about?
Yeah, for sure. Probably take my knuckles off real quick. I think there's a cat fight maybe about to happen in my apartment, but I don't know. They'll probably run away once I start hooping. Let's use this one. Okay.
I love that new hoop.
Me too. It looked like a bubble yesterday in the sun when I was hooping outside.
That's awesome.
Woo! My hoop's undressing me. Sometimes hoops like to just say, no, you don't need clothes right now.
Who needs clothes? We have friends.
Will, do you have enough room to hoop?
Oh, sorry, I'm like trying
I do.
to get order here.
You should do.
I will try some hooping right now. I have to unplug my mic though, so that way I can hear you guys. So I'm gonna do that.
It's so weird to have this new space. I'm not used to it yet. Nice job in that small space. How dare you? I do that all the time. When I drop my hoop, I'm just like, all right, that's the gods saying I'm done.
Pretty much.
That was sweet. Thanks, Will. So I'll go ahead and do a demo as well. If you guys are watching and didn't watch last week, this is a new space for me, and I'm kind of relearning on how to use everything. So there'll probably be a few times where I have a very mute myself, like I just did a lot. That happened a lot. And it's like really weird looking too. It's like, I don't know. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, it's nice to have the space. It's pretty. It makes me happy. I have a light that kind of does its own thing, I guess. Kind of chills. All right, I'm gonna do a demo. I'm like out of my mind right now. I just got home and I'm like feeling a little insane. Okay. Let's see if this works. There we go. Is that good? Can you guys see?
Yeah, you look good.
That's a yes.
Okay. So, all right. Whew, I'm gonna stop there.
Very nice.
All right. Thanks. I just want to do a quick one real quick so we can hop into these comments. I thought it might be kind of interesting if... Oh, this is so weird for me. All right. Because I'm not using my laptop anymore, and I'm trying to... I'll get it eventually. We'll see. How many episodes of Hooping Live will it take her to get used to her new space? We will see.
If you
Anyway,
if you want to plug in that other mic and try, I mean the other camera and try it, you can.
Oh, no, this one's fine. It's just kind of getting used to looking at two things at one time. And then all the things back there, like that guy, he's had a bad day. Had a really bad day. So I thought it'd be kind of cool if we did something where we kind of talked about what we've been working on, like the panel, before we start onto comments and questions, so everyone can kind of roll in the first 10 minutes and get settled in to viewing and talk about what we've been working on in our own kind of practices. Sorry, Will's dancing and it was kind of distracting. What we were doing in our own practices and whatnot. So I'm going to let Will go ahead and go first since I've been talking for a minute now. Will, would you like to go ahead and talk about what you've been up to or what you've not been up to?
Yes, I have been working on, I guess you could say, a lot of like different just movement, off-body movement. I am looking at not so much different combinations as much as it is just like going from one off-body technique, like just holding it still while I'm doing something over this way, different stances and positioning through. I don't know, just more movement in my hooping. I like to take up a lot of space, and that's what I'm working on, is making it look good while I'm doing it. So, I mean, on-body tricks are cool and all, but I really do love my off-body stuff. It's just so much more fun.
Totally agree with you. I actually kind of prefer off-body than like on-body stuff. I don't know, I feel like you can have more flair when it comes to off-body stuff. I don't know, but that's just me. I've been getting my butt kicked by school lately.
What have you been working on, Jen?
Well, other than like school just completely kicking my butt and me being super busy, doing a lot of opposite current flow, just because I feel like I need to be able to be versatile in both my opposite current and then my like comfortable current. But I haven't had a lot of time to do that because of school. It's kind of crazy. Like, I am taking less classes than I have ever in college, but I feel like 5 times more stressed. Like, I'm at the minimum right now for my hours for school, but I've been, like, crazy. And then last Friday was my 21st birthday, so I pretty much spent all weekend. Yeah, I spent the weekend doing birthday stuff, and, like, we went out on Friday and did band stuff on Saturday. And just, like, go to a bar now, which is not me at all. If you know me at all, you know that I'm not like a bars person. But if I really like had this urge, like I want to go to a bar right now, like I could just go do that. It's just weird. I'm getting old and I don't like it.
Yeah, it hits you pretty hard, that whole 21 thing. But I remember when I first turned 21, we had a place called Growlers across the street from Ringling, and I would go there before my like 7 o'clock class. We had a 7 to 9:45 class, which was great. I never fell asleep in it ever, and I would go across and I'd have like one beer, and I never finished it. I just wanted to pretend like I was doing something cool, but I don't know, I thought it was pretty fun. But you'll enjoy it. So. Happy birthday, Jenna. We'll make this a Jenna birthday special or something.
No, don't do that. No.
That's awesome. Well, did you say what you've been doing in your hooping stuff, or have you just been working with school?
Well, I said that I was doing like opposite current flow, but I haven't had time to like really dive into it as much as I want to. Just because, well, one, it's been really cold outside lately. Except for yesterday, it was really, really nice here. But then school's kicking my butt, so.
Yeah. Well, you're a junior, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's right. Okay, sweet. Awesome. Well, I actually haven't been doing a lot of work on hooping this past week. I've not been feeling very well, so I've been a little MIA from the hoop, but I'm hoping to kind of get back into that. I've been trying to organize a lot of my notes and stuff for Hooping Live and figuring out how, I'm going to make a few steps with everyone and making kind of collaborating with other Facebook pages and shows and stuff to see what we can bring to make Hooping Live even more exciting for you all. So, of course, if you have any suggestions or anything that you would like to see happen on the show, you can email us at info@hoopinglive.com, and we're happy to get back to you and take your suggestions, because this is a show about you guys, so keep that in mind. But I'm going to go ahead and start getting to these comments, because it looks like you guys are super chatty today. Okay, so we have Kamika Davis says, "Hi, Audrey, Jenna, and Will. Love the show, and thank you for the wonderful platform. I am a new hooper and still trying to keep the hoop on my waist. My question is, how long did it take you to learn to waist hoop, and how long do you practice this? I have a 42-inch 100 PSI hoop, and my first hooping class begins next week and can't wait." Well, welcome to the hooping community. It's going to be a really cool journey for you. It's always fun to talk to the newest hoopers and see what they do to begin what they're doing, which it seems like you're doing a pretty good job, because 42 inches is a great size hoop for a beginner. The heavier the better, obviously. And if you want a lighter one just for some fun off-body play, don't hesitate to do that either. Don't feel like there's a rule book, because there's not. It's really whatever you want it to be, but definitely be careful with trends and stuff, because those can really suck you in, and then you can kind of almost stunt your hoop growth. Or I feel like I kind of did that to myself a few times, and other hoopers have talked about that. So make sure you move at your own pace. But to answer your question, for waist hooping for me, I started when I was a little girl, and I loved hula hooping, like at recess and stuff. So I was always that weird kid that would be like hooping at recess and then like putting it around her neck and like sitting on the ground being like, "Ah, so cool." And I looked really weird probably, but I loved to hula hoop. It was something that I just could do really well. And that's why, years later when I saw hoop dance, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love hula hooping. I could probably do that, and it kind of happened. So, but I don't know. Jenna, did you start off knowing how to waist hoop, or what was your thing?
I mean, I was kind of like you, and I played with hula hoops when I was little. I remember having like a really crappy Barbie hula hoop that was filled with like water and glitter and beads and all this stuff, so it would like swish around and make all this noise whenever you waist hooped with it. But it wasn't something that I was like, this is my thing, I didn't discover hooping until, 3.5 years ago. I like saw it on the internet and had to like go after it. And I remember my friend who like took me up to Lawrence to get my hoop, because I was living in Overland Park at the time. When he drove me up here, I got my hoop, and we were standing in the parking lot next to his car, and he was like, "Well, let's see what you can do. Come on." And I was like, I don't know if I could do anything. So I like waist hooped for 2 seconds, and like, when everybody like, when your non-hooping friends like want to like, let me see your hula hoop, and they always do like super wide stance, and they're like, oh yeah, look, I'm doing it. Like, I'm sure that's what I looked like in the parking lot, like randomly. Everyone thought I was super attractive, but yeah, it wasn't. I don't think waist hooping took me very long. It kind of clicked like into my childhood, but like I remember when we talked to Hoopalicious, oh my God, what was that, like a year ago or something like that? She said that she was doing waist hooping for like a year, because she didn't know anything else that you could do with the hoop, because she started hooping so long ago. So I think the more solid of a foundation you have with waist hooping, like that would like go to place when you're learning other moves, So.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Will, what's your waist hooping story?
I don't know. I always have been able, for as long as I can remember, to waist hoop. It's just something that came very natural to me. Middle school, way back in the day, like we had like the competitions, like, oh, who can jump rope the most and who can hula hoop the longest and stuff like that. And that was something I could do. really well. And then years later, actually like 2 years ago, I figured out my friend was doing like some isolations and off body stuff, and I was just like, oh, that looks really cool. I want to give that a shot. So that's when I guess the on body stuff started coming back to me. I was just like, okay, yeah, hula hooping, yeah, I can do this. Easy. Let's do it again. But then I started adding in the off body stuff, and I was just like, okay, now we're bringing it to where it's more challenging, it's more entertaining, it's more fun for me, that kind of stuff. So I guess my on-body hooping experience was that I was a kid, and that's what kids do. I'm sorry if that didn't help, but
no, that's fine. I mean, we all have our own methods of doing it. But it's just kind of like what we're saying is that it's gonna kind of be at your own pace, and don't beat yourself up if you can't waist hoop. I mean, one of the first girls I taught, she just could not get waist hooping, and when she finally got it, she's like one of the most beautiful hoopers I know right now, and she just rocks it. But I think waist hooping has a really, really cool kind of marker in the hooping community and in the hooping journey, because there's something really kind of humbling about waist hooping in a way. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but just like really embracing it and not doing anything else but just waist hoop for a practice, and exploring how the hoop feels on every part of your body as it goes around around you, and finding the openings in the hoop and just really discovering the hoop again can be a lot of fun, especially if you do a lot of off-body work and you kind of get stuck into all these crazy things that happen in the flow arts. So if you kind of go back to the basics, you can really almost relearn how to fall in love with your prop or find new ways of exploring it. But yeah, so good luck with that, and have fun at your first class, and be sure to watch us every week and let us know how you're doing, and if you have any questions, of course, you know how to ask them, so go ahead and do that. We have from Tori Dinah, says, Jenna, who's your favorite hoop company to buy from? Do you buy locally? I've been hooping on a budget for 1.5 years, and I'm ready to buy my third hoop. I want to be a good one. I live in Kansas City, and I want to have a dope hoop before I go to the West Bottoms meetups. It'll help with my flow. I just know it all. Jenna?
All right, well, I love hearing that you're a local viewer. I mean, local for me, none of these other fools. Kansas City, what up? But yes, I do buy locally, and I actually buy in Lawrence. There's a company out here called Hoop Mamas, and if you go to their Etsy page, it's just Hoop Mama. I mean, you can get a grip tape hoop, taped hoop for like $30 or something like that, and buys anything like that. You can go as cheap as just having, which is like a naked hoop, and you can choose like 1 or 2 grips, and that is like $22 or something like that, and they ship internationally. They can ship it to you, or if you don't want to pay for shipping, you can drive up here to Lawrence and pick up your hoop from Allie. That way, I mean, like you said, you're in Kansas City. I mean, come on, hop on I-70, pay like a $2 fee on the tolls, get your butt over here. Really cool. Hoops, like, I really like it.
I think you're going to have to translate that, Audrey, because they didn't hear much.
You should hit me up on Facebook. Oh, what was her name again?
Jenna, sorry, but we were losing a lot of what you were saying. Your internet was like cutting in and out. So, Audrey, can you translate some of that?
What?
We were losing a lot of what you said.
I mean, I just heard about going to actually going down to Lawrence to where the hoop mamas are and discovering what kind of hoop you want. I think that's what you said. Jenna, you're pretty frozen. I don't know if you have any other devices in your home running right now. But if you want to turn the Wi-Fi off those should work pretty well. But yeah, if you want to message her on Facebook, that should help. Okay, Aaron Oberto says, I want to draw you like one of my French girls.
Thank you. That was obviously meant for me.
Well, of course, that's so sweet. Did you want to say anything about that?
Well, I mean, it might cost you a little bit of money, but all right, let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. It's funny. All right. Dean Jennings says, "Hi everyone. I have one question. I have a question. I'm working on duck outs. Is there a tip to keep them on my shoulder? It slips off when it sticks. I only get one rotation. Also, I wanted to share with you all that I was able to attend the World Hoop Dance Championship this past weekend in Phoenix. It was such a spiritual experience. One of these kids, teens, and adults celebrate their culture in sacred circle. It was awesome experience. I feel so inspired in a whole new way. Thanks for letting me share. Have a fabulous weekend, everyone." Thank you very much. Everyone. It's not the weekend. I'm only dreaming. I'm actually going to let Will take this one away because I feel like you're pretty good at duck outs, aren't you?
Yes. Yes. I love that. Was like my main thing when I first started was I was like, oh yeah, duck outs nonstop all day, every day. And best thing you can do, try getting a bigger hoop and definitely something that has grip tape on the inside if you don't have it. If you do have grip tape and it's still getting a little difficult, you may want to actually slow down your rotations because that will make it easier. Like the faster you go, the more your hoop wants to go upward off the top of your shoulder. But if you slow it down, it stays on your shoulder just a little bit more. If you can, try spinning with it. That'll also help. Also, I would definitely look into like trying like different clothing. Like I guess if you do have really good grip tape, have a good shirt on. Like a cotton or something like that actually sticks to grip tape really well. If you want to, you can even just do like sleeveless shirts. I find are easier to hoop in. So anything for duck outs that way, go for that. Like I said, definitely rotate with it as well. But that's my best suggestions for duck outs and shoulder hooping in general. Well, single shoulder hooping.
Well, that's good. Maybe in a second I'll try to. I don't know if you can demo that or not, but I am going to. Can you, or is it?
I can. I will do that. I just don't know if it'll come up too well because I have white hoops and a white wall behind me, so it might not look too good.
Okay.
But if it does, I'm going to do it, and you guys let me know if it looks okay.
Okay, cool. And I'm gonna use the little girls' room real quick, so I'll be right back.
So this is actually an eBay. Has really good grip tape on the inside. So you go around, you cut down, spin with it, and make sure it touches the stud. So slowly around. Spin with it. That's what I usually do my workout. So here comes up to your shoulder up, take your shoulder up to your ear, and tuck your head out. Stay up on your shoulder. If you go too fast, you'll send it flying. So I'm going to put and let it go flying off your shoulder if you don't have it. Did you guys catch that?
We could see it. Your audio gets real dicey when you unplug your headset, but yeah, other than that, we could see it.
Okay. I'll explain it again once I plug my headset back in.
Okay.
All right. So what I was saying was the first time I did it, when you go ahead and spin around with it, if you duck out and keep that shoulder like you think you're bringing your shoulder up to your ear and ducking your head out, it'll help your getting the shoulder up where it needs to be so that way that hoop can ride on it. Slower is better. I don't want to say like go so slow that it's like falling down, but go slower. If you go too quick and you don't have good grip tape, it'll just go floop and go shooting off your shoulder, and hit your cat or the expensive furniture or something, and then that's not good. But that's pretty much my best suggestions for any type of shoulder hooping.
On the Wi-Fi at all, or am I still kind of frozen?
I think you're doing better now.
Yeah, you're kind of coming and going a little.
Okay. Yeah, there's not much I can do about my Wi-Fi. It's the beauty of living in a college town.
Now you were talking a little bit about the Hoop Mamas hoops. You mentioned 2 different ones. Could you mention those again?
Yeah, they have the ultra budget hoop, which is just a bare HDPE hoop with 2 color grips swirled on there, and it starts at like $22. You can go up to $30 with just kind of a budget to like really spend a lot more money. I actually didn't check to see what their taped hoops were, but as far as hoops go, Hoop Mamas is not like ridiculously expensive, and you're paying for quality, high quality hoops. All of my hoops are from Hoop Mamas, so.
So basically, they don't sell any junk.
Yeah.
There you go.
Sorry about that. Did you do the demo?
Yeah.
Did it work?
It worked. It worked.
I
had to sit back down and re-explain it because, I need a better microphone, but it worked.
Yeah. We'll work on that. I think we're going to give you some presents when you get here.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
Oh, yes. Okay. I shared a router with a roommate. Oh, that's Jenna. I'm like, who's saying that? Okay. Okay, so oh, I see a word that I like. Oh wow. Okay, I got confused here for a second. There we go. Okay, so Kamika Davis says, thanks guys. Not sure if you guys have ever heard of Nick Gazzardo on the show, and if you have, I apologize, but I plan on having him on. I've seen him a few videos of amazing videos of his. Yeah, we know who Nick Gazzardo is. I think. Wait, do you know? Will? You know Nick?
I do. I don't know him personally, but I have certainly seen his videos. I've seen posts from him, so I absolutely do know him.
Well, Nick is...
know of him, sorry.
If you guys have not looked up Nick Gazzardo yet, I'm going to tell you to just well, don't right now. Don't stop now. After the show, then stop whatever you're doing, and then go look. You never stop Hooping Live if you're watching. He's actually a really good friend of mine. I've known him for a long time, and he is an incredible hooper. I mean, he is just really innovative with his work and his flow. Chakra is freaking out. And he actually reminds me a lot of you, Will, just because you're such a new hooper. And he just kind of boomed in the hooping community. He started and then was just incredible. I mean, it was amazing, all that he did. But I have talked to him, and he said he would come on the show. And every time I hang out with him, he says he'll come on the show. But he does a lot of, kind of traveling work stuff, so it's kind of hard for him to be kind of sat down in one place, especially in Florida. But I'll see what I can do in the future and see if I can get him on, because he's an awesome teacher and he is such a sweetheart. We always, sweetheart, come on. You gotta choose in or out. I'm trying to see if I can find... Hi! A cute picture that I have of him and I. From a long time ago. Here we go. Yeah, this is from Hoop Path. Let's see if I can show you guys. That's Nick. We pretend like we're brother and sister, but we're not. He's a very attractive man, and all the girls woo over him, but all the girls are out of luck. So he isn't back for the other team. Same team. The same team. Never mind. Okay, moving on. Anyway, we can just fantasize about loving him. I still love you, Nick. Don't worry. So where were we? I'm really confused. Okay, sorry, the team is like the panel's commenting and then you guys are commenting, so there's just like a lot of text happening on this side of my computer right now. Let's see. Share some love. Says, hi Audrey, just wondering what size tubing your hoop is. Also, what tubing do you prefer? I hear some people like HDPE better than Polypro. Thanks. Guys, love the show. Well, thank you. We're glad that you love the show. And mine is a 1/2-inch Polypro. Right? Yeah, 1/2-inch Polypro. Sorry, sometimes that confuses me. I don't know why. Math, like I said, is not my forte. But yeah, it's a 1/2-inch Polypro. I like Polypro a lot. I also like just the original PSI tubing. I guess if I had to pick, it would be Polypro over HDPE. But I like HDPE on LED hoops better. It just kind of depends on what you prefer and what kind of hoop you're using. So just kind of, I don't know, experimenting and seeing what you like is always really good. I don't know, Will, what kind of tubing do you prefer?
I really like the 5/8 HDPE. It's just I have a hoop of it. I enjoy it. I love it. It's like it flexes a tiny little bit, but it's still pretty rigid. So I don't know. The weight is good. The density is good. It's good. I like it. So I definitely like 5/8 HDPE. Although if I did have the option to use it every single day, 5/8 polycarb would be my absolute favorite hoop in the world. I just like the really rigid texture of a polycarb. You're just like, ooh, let me just like sneeze on it this way. And it's just like, and it flies around. So that's my favorite thing about those hoops. But HDPE if I can't use a polycarb.
Well, that sounds very scientifical. I don't understand, but I like it.
It was the description of the that made it scientific.
Okay, yeah, that was the only part I didn't understand, actually. Jenna, what about you?
I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure all my Polypros are 3/4-inch polys, but I don't know for sure. I'd have to ask my friend Heather. But when it comes to like just day hoops and stuff, I do prefer Polypro. My LED and my fire hoop, they're both HDPE, but I kind of want to get them retubed just because I don't know. I really like the feel of Polypro, and my LED is super heavy. I need something lighter. But that costs money that I don't have. So.
True that, home slice. So moving on, hopefully that answered your question. Oh, by the way, guys, if we answer your question and you want to reply to what we said, don't hesitate to ask another question. Even though the show ends soon, we do try to go back and answer questions from previous shows, so you will be able to watch this show after the fact. So feel free to continue to comment on it, even if it's next week, and if you have any questions or anything like that. So yeah, that's what's kind of nice about the Hangouts, is that we're always able to communicate about what happens on the show, and you can even like watch Will's duck-out tutorial as many times as you want, and all that good stuff. So let's see. Deep Pink says, "Hey Audrey, I'm just away to bed. Loved your Taylor Swift flow. It just made my life. How come you haven't done another music track in a while? Night. Show less." Just kidding. Let me think of a really good excuse. Well, I've tried to film a few videos, and I think part of me is just a little insecure right now about what I put out there, because I feel like a lot of people have high expectations, but then I realize that people don't care. They just want to see a video. And I really want to hoop to another Taylor Swift song, but I can't find the perfect one yet because they're all perfect. And I think I know which one I'm going to do next, but I've been kind of waiting for that perfect moment to make a flow video that's going to make people have the feels again, like I did last time. But I am planning on getting some work done with Craig and Will in this next couple weeks. I have been, like I said, a little bit. Oh, my hoop is 3/4 outer diameter polypro. Sorry, Bonnie. Bonnie just sent me a message. She was like, "Psst, by the way." So yeah, apparently I have 3/4. That's what I thought it was, but the numbers just didn't make sense for a second. But anyway, hi Bonnie. She's watching right now. So if you guys, oh by the way, Hooping Live, we do support Hoop Mamas, but if you go on the Hooping Live website, you can figure it out there. Or you can get some of her hoops there, which is pretty awesome, and use a discount code, which is great as well. But I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping up the show. Will, would you like to go ahead and say where people can find out more information about you?
Absolutely. You guys can add me on Facebook, Will Weimer, W-Y-M-E-R, or you can request me on YouTube, or you can even just add my performance profile, which is Will Spinobi Weimer. It's the same thing. If you search my name, my performance profile usually shows up too. So either one, any one of those three, boom, perfect contact. You guys can also check out Hooping Live, the website, hoopinglive.org, I believe it is, and then you can still see my information up there as well as all the other Hooping Live panel members. And I believe Jenna is up next with her information for contact.
I was gonna say I think we lost Audrey. Sorry, something in my throat. I'm like coming off a cold or something. Anyways, if you want to find Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, any kind of social media like that, I am on Hoop City, YouTube, obviously. Just go to hoopinglive.com and click on my little name in the sidebar, and it'll have my flavors page there, which I think there's a link to my my YouTube page as like a separate link, and I have a couple new videos on there, new as in like 2 weeks ago, but yeah.
Awesome, thanks Jenna. So I am going to be posting some awesome updates that I have for you guys. I've been contacting a company that's going to make some really cool new shirts that some people have sent designs of. If you guys are artists and want to send any designs to me, you can go ahead and email at info@hoopinglive.com, and we can try to put those designs on the shirts. We're trying to do a whole lot of comment or kind of contest stuff to get you guys more involved and everything. So yeah, just info@hoopinglive.com. If you want to order a hoop from Bonnie or have any questions about hoop sizes or any general thing like that, you can email her at hoop@hoopinglive.com, and those questions go to her. Our shocker shear. Our show is every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, once again, so be sure to tune in every Monday to learn more about hooping. If your question did not get answered tonight, we will try to get those answered as soon as possible. I'll probably be on tonight, so if you guys want to continue asking questions on it, feel free to, and I will answer those and all that good stuff. So until then, be sure to like us on all the social medias. We're pretty easy to find. We're Hooping Live on everything, so like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all that good stuff. If you want to be a part of the Hooping Live team, you can go to hoopinglive.com, and there's a little description thing on joining the team, and you can learn about different parts of what we need, and you can come to the after party next week and talk about why you would like to join the team. So until then, we will see you next Monday, and have happy hooping days. Oh, that was bad.